Welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my Empire Pro. We cover real estate wholesaling and digital marketing here. So we're gonna fly through some contents today. So make sure you're paying attention. Take some notes. Pay attention. Also, there's a free course on the YouTube channel. Just go to the homepage once we're done with this session, and then you'll be able to get that. Okay. So I'm sure you're here because you want to make $10,000 per month without owning a single property, or at least having, maybe you want to own properties, but you want to own them with built-in equity. So we're going to break that down exactly how to launch your wholesale real estate business from scratch. And if you're already doing it, you're also going to get a lot of value out of this, because the reality is that a lot of people that are already doing it, they tend to have too much fluff. A lot of them are struggling. Most people, I hate to break it to you, will actually not make money, not because it doesn't work, because there's a lot of fluff in what some of the other gurus are teaching. So my goal here is to make it simple for you, so that if you decide you want to implement some of the stuff I'm covering here on your own, you at least have a straight to the point strategy. All right. So let me see here. Let me do something here real quick. Just want to make sure that I don't spend too much time talking. All right. So what we're talking about here, real estate wholesale, wholesale real estate. Wholesale real estate is the art and the science of finding deeply discounted properties, locking them up under contract. Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'll be sipping on ginger ale just to keep my throat clear. All right. So wholesale real estate is the art and science of finding deeply discounted properties, locking them up with a real estate purchase contract at a discounted price, and then assigning the right to such contract to end buyer investors for in exchange for an assignment fee. Assignment fee can go anywhere from $10,000 to $82,000. That's my personal experience. All right, and can average somewhere around $15,000 to $25,000 per deal. And the idea here is to build systems. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about systems, but we have systems, and then these systems are built around a simple business model, which is data, contact, leads, contract, and deals. Let me explain what I just said. Basically, the process goes through about three simple processes. The system goes through three system processes, from finding a good deal to disposition. Okay. So we call it marketing, acquisition, and disposition. Marketing is essentially finding a property that's up for discount. Well, they don't fall out of the skies. You have to, there's a few things that goes into that. First of all, you want to make sure there's a motivated seller, some type of distressed property usually, but there's a motivated seller. There's a human being who has a piece of property that was supposed to be an asset, but is now a liability for them for whatever reason. So over here, we tend to focus on list pendings. We call them pre-foreclosures or list pendings, meaning pending lawsuits. Basically, when somebody has stopped payment on their property, um, the bank that borrowed them the money to purchase the property will attempt to take over the property at some point and kick them out. Somewhere between when they stop payment and when they actually effect kicking them out can take anywhere from 10 months to 5 years. Those are opportunity. That's a stressful moment for sellers. Those are opportunities for you to come in and offer to purchase the property, put it under a contract, that's acquisition, and then assign that contract to an end buyer for $10,000, $25,000. Why? Because you found a deal, a property worth $500,000. You were able to secure it for $265,000. An end buyer is always happy to give you $10,000 of that money, or $82,000, my highest ever. So it's doable, but it sounds simple. It is simple. Easy, that's debatable. Depends on what system you follow. Okay, so that's basically wholesale real estate, and that's the simple business model. We find properties, we put them under contract, We assign such contract, and the end objective is profit. All right. So there's quite a few things in your startup kit, if you will, quite a few things. Obviously, you're running a business. A lot of people will say create a business name before you get started. I I don't think that matters. I think what matters is knowing how to do the business. I think after your first deal, you can now align some of those things. If you want, if you're the kind of person, it's more of a personality psychology thing. If you want to, some people will rather secure business names and phone numbers and all these different things, and then that get them going. Some people that overwhelms them. There's a lot of people that actually go through the process of setup, and now they're completely drained, and they start to feel discouraged because it's just focus on finding deals. Just focus on knowing how to find deals. If you know how to find deals, you will get paid. And that's what I focus on here, which is why we have a book. You can download all my books for free. Just go to myempirepro.com/books. But I have my latest book, my most recent book on this topics is Digital Marketing Certified. The idea is to help you get down to learning how to find deals super fast, easier. Okay, super fast is a little bit extreme, but the point is that you have a simple process to follow. You can use social media platforms, you can use internet platforms to find some of these deals because all of us are hanging out on the internet. Unlike when I started back in the days, when I started back in the day, um, we used letters, because people every day will go to their mailbox. That's what it was back in 2005, 20 years ago. But today, people wake up to their Instagram feed, they wake up to their Facebook feed. Guess where you should be if you want these deals finding you? We'll call that inbound leads. If you want these leads finding you, you need to be in those feeds. So that's something that we'll talk more about as we're getting through this, right? So I'm sharing that with you to say it's actually a very simple business model, but don't overcomplicate it with what do I need an LLC? Do I need this? Do I need that? Do I need that? You need all of it. Do you need them to get started? No, you need to know how to find deals to get started. Okay, it's a mindset shift that you need to have. That you probably the gurus that are looking to sell you $35,000 stuff. Of course, they're going to tell you to go through all this a bunch of series of nonsense that ultimately going to frustrate you before you get to the point of learning how to find leads. I want you to start learning how to find leads and deals, find these properties, find these motivated sellers first. Okay, that is the process. Okay, so over here with I have a course on the front page. So think of it as a 5-day boot camp. They're like 5, 6, 7 minutes each. Watch all 7 of the videos, 7 videos, sorry, about video 1, 2, 3. It's called Wholesale 101 or maybe free wholesale classes right on the front page of this YouTube channel, My Empire Pro, and that will get you going. Okay. All right. So those are the things I want you to pay attention. Now that you know how to start the business, let's make sure that you're doing it legally. Okay. Let's talk about something that I said you shouldn't worry about, but let me give you some synopsis on licensing, compliance, what the law actually says about wholesaling. Let's talk about some of those things. All right. Because I do believe that I think it's going to be important. But keep in mind that it's mostly mindset. 80% of this is mindset. And the rest of the 20% is a skill set, which I'm also here to help you around. And also the opportunity to partner with me is there. All right, so let's move on. Let's go talk about licensing, and I'll be right back.
This is Ola, My Empire Pro, your favorite real estate coach. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your empire starts today. I've written 3 game-changing books. Download them free at myempirepro.com/books. I'm also looking for partners, money, time, or anywhere in between. If that's you, visit myempirepro.com/partners. And if you want to try the all-in-one PropStream software for free, go to myempirepro.com/PropStream. Stay tuned. Let's build your $10,000 per month real estate empire.